friends, it's me, Pastor Doug, with another word of encouragement for the day. For today, Friday, January 22nd. Can you believe it's Friday already? What a week we've had, right? So today's word comes out of Ezekiel chapter 34. And in it, God speaks truth to abusive power. And I think today's word is especially relevant to anyone watching who's in a position of authority. That means if you're a boss or a supervisor or a manager at work, if you're a teacher or you're a student at school, but maybe you have some sort of position of authority, maybe you're a teacher's aide or something like that, or if you're the team captain for a sports team, or if you're a parent or even a grandparent, or you have some sort of positional authority, I really believe like God's words today are for you and for me. God is speaking against the leaders of Israel, and he uses a metaphor of a sheep and shepherd, and he calls the leaders shepherds. And so that's what he's saying here. He says this is what the sovereign Lord says. Woe to you, shepherds of Israel, who only take care of yourselves. Ouch. Should not the shepherds take care of the flock? And that's the whole point. He says, yeah, you eat the curds, you clothe yourselves with the wool, and you slaughter the choice animals. In other words, you benefit from your position, but you don't take care of the flock. He says, you have not strengthened the weak, or healed the sick, or bound up the injured. You have not brought back the strays, or searched for the lost. So they've been scattered because there was no shepherd. And when they were scattered, they became food for all the wild animals. My sheep, God says, my sheep, my people have wandered all over the mountains and on every high hill. They've been scattered over the whole earth, and no one even bothered to search for them or look for them. Again, what God is doing here is he's using this metaphor of a shepherd and sheep, and he's comparing that to anyone in a position of leadership who's caring for people. Specifically, he's speaking to the leaders of Israel. But I really do think this applies to all of us who are in positional authority. And he has some really strong words for all of us who are in those positions. He says later on, he says, you didn't search for my flock. All you cared about was yourselves rather than the flock. Therefore, you shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. And now it gets really serious. God says, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I am against the shepherds, and I will hold them accountable for my flock, and I will remove them from tending the flocks. Friends, may that never be said of you or me. May you and I walk in humility in our positions of authority. Again, whether you're a parent, whether you're a team parent, for a sports team, whether you're a boss or a manager, a supervisor, whatever the role is, if you're in a position of authority, instead of seeing yourself as the boss or the manager or the supervisor or the parent, and I've got people that go and do the stuff for me, instead would you see yourself as a shepherd, tasked with caring for the sheep, helping them, supporting them, encouraging them, holding them accountable when it's appropriate, but speaking the truth in love even in those moments. Friends, may you and I see ourselves not just as bosses and managers, but as shepherds tasked with caring for the sheep. Friends, have a great weekend. We'll see you this Sunday as you join us online for our live stream, and then we'll pick these videos back up on Monday. We'll see you then.